Your cat does not see you as a human, not even close. And the moment you understand what they actually think you are, it will completely change how you interpret every single thing they do. We are starting with the most shocking part right now. Because once you hear this first thing, everything else in this video will hit completely differently. 1. Your cat thinks you are a giant clumsy cat. This is not a metaphor. This is what animal behaviorists actually concluded after decades of studying how domestic cats perceive their owners. Cats do not have a separate category in their brain for humans. They did not evolve alongside us long enough to develop a distinct understanding of what we are. So, their brain does the only thing it can. It files us under the closest thing it recognizes. A large, slow, clumsy, mostly hairless cat. Think about how your cat treats you versus how they treat other cats. They rub their face on you the same way. They slow blink at you the same way. They bring you dead things the same way. They groom you the same way. Every single social behavior your cat performs with you is identical to what they would do with another cat they trusted. Not similar, identical. You are not their owner in their mind. You are not their keeper. You are their colony member, their companion, their fellow cat who happens to be terrible at hunting and completely unable to clean themselves properly. But if your cat sees you as another cat, the question becomes, what kind of cat do they think you are? And the answer to that will completely reframe your entire relationship. But first, there is something about how they communicate with you that almost nobody in the world knows. 2. They invented an entire language just for you. Cats do not meow at other cats. Ever. Not as adults. Not to communicate. Not at all. Meowing is a behavior that domestic cats developed over thousands of years of living with humans. It does not exist in wild cat populations. It is not something cats use with each other. Animal language researchers made a remarkable discovery. Every single cat develops their own unique set of meows, specifically calibrated to get responses from their particular human. Your cat has been studying you, learning which sounds make you move, which pitch makes you look up, which meow gets you to the food bowl fastest.
Did you scare him away?
They created a personalized language just for you, based entirely on what works on you specifically. No other cat in the world uses the same meows your cat uses. Because no other cat has spent years studying you specifically. They looked at your limitations and decided to bridge the gap themselves. They did not give up on communicating with you. They built something entirely new just to reach you. And that connects directly to something that completely flips the entire owner and pet relationship upside down. Something most people never consider for even a single second. 3. Your cat thinks they are taking care of you. This is the one that changes everything. In feline social structure, larger colony members protect and provide for smaller or weaker ones. And your cat has assessed you very carefully. You cannot hear threats before they arrive. You cannot smell danger. You sleep through the most vulnerable hours of the night, completely unaware. You cannot hunt. You need everything handed to you. By every measure your cat uses to evaluate survival capability, you are the most vulnerable member of their colony. So they took on the role of your caretaker. When your cat brings you an animal, they are not showing off. They are feeding you because they genuinely believe you cannot feed yourself adequately. Animal behaviorists who study gift-giving behavior in cats found that cats bring prey almost exclusively to those they consider dependents, kittens, elderly cats, and their humans. You are in the same category as a kitten in your cat's mind. When they sleep on you at night, they are keeping you warm and guarding you through the dangerous hours. When they follow you from room to room, they are making sure their most vulnerable colony member does not get into trouble alone. You thought you were taking care of them this whole time? But in their mind, it has always been the other way around. And when you see what they think about one specific thing you do every single day, it becomes almost uncomfortable to hear. For they are embarrassed by you. Not in a human way, but in a very real feline social way. Cats groom the members of their colony they are bonded to. It is one of the most important social acts in feline culture, and your cat has almost certainly tried to groom you, licking your hand, your face, your hair. But here is what animal behaviorists discovered when they studied this behavior closely. Cats who groom their humans do it far more frequently than they groom other cats. Significantly more. Because you keep getting dirty again. From your cat's perspective, you disappear for hours and come back smelling completely wrong, covered in foreign scents, like other humans, other animals, unknown places. Yeah. Everything they carefully marked on you is gone, and every single time they have to start over, remarking you, re-grooming you, re-establishing that you belong to them and smell like home. Your cat is not just grooming you out of affection, they are doing damage control. It's constantly working to correct a colony member who keeps on doing all their careful work without even realizing it. And despite all of it, despite how bewildering and exhausting your behavior must be from their perspective, despite the fact that you cannot hunt or smell or hear or stay clean, they never give up on you. Which leads to the final thing, the one that ties everything together completely. 5. They chose to stay with you on purpose. Dogs were selectively bred over thousands of years to bond with humans. That loyalty is largely built into their genetics. They did not fully choose it. Cats were never fully domesticated in the same way. Their genetic structure remains closer to their wild ancestors than almost any other domestic animal on Earth. They retained full independence, the ability to survive completely alone, the instinct to need no one. And yet, they stay. Animal researchers who study feline independence found something remarkable. Domestic cats given full freedom to leave regularly choose to return. Not because they cannot survive outside. Many of them absolutely can. But because something about being with their human matters to them beyond survival. Your cat assessed you completely, saw every single limitation, watched you stumble through your days unable to hear or smell danger or move with any real grace. Decided you were essentially a giant helpless kitten who needed looking after, and chose to stay anyway. Not because they need you to survive, it's because they want you in their life. You are not a human to your cat. You are not an owner. Not even a friend in the way we understand friendship. You are the one they chose. In a species that chooses almost nothing and answers to no one, out of everything in the world available to them, they looked at you and they chose you. That is what you are to your cat, not a human. The chosen one. Which one of these completely changed how you see your cat? Drop a comment below and tell me. I read every single one. And if this video shifted something in you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Every week we go deeper into the world your cat actually lives in. A world most owners never fully see. Your cat already knows everything about you. It is your turn to know them back.